Are you ready? I
I'm
hope you're
ready.
ready, ladies, because if you're ready, I'm going to blast off a little bit, but I'm doing it tonight with company. This is the most ideal moment that I have in speaking with a cat that has literally, we kind of, grew up watching this brother, and this brother is doing some amazing, phenomenal things. And you may have seen him recently because he's traveling all around the country in this Millennium Tour. But we've seen this brother in film, we've heard him on record. And we know what he is about. He is about just being as real as he is. So it's a pleasure to be welcoming the new host of this new BET show called After Happily Ever After. It's a very interesting title in itself, but Bow Wow is with me tonight. So, brother, thank you for coming on board, man.
No, man. Thanks for having me tonight. I appreciate it.
This is the Quiet Storm, though, man. This, I keep it a little different
I love it.
than. Okay,
I love the
okay.
vibe. Trust me, I love the vibe.
I like the candles. I
Yeah,
like the
love
ladies in the sexy attire, which I know you can understand and relate to a lot.
it.
My
Absolutely.
man, my man. What kind
It's
of scented candle is that, brother? What kind of scented candle?
what scent is this candle I got right here? This is elderflower and honey.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
3 wick
Great scent,
candle. Right there. Essential elements. Love it.
brother. Is that a soy candle?
Is this soy? Let's see. I don't think so. You know
Uh,
what? I might have to give me some soy candles. What am
yes,
I doing?
sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to turn you on to that soy candle. The ladies will love it, especially after they enjoy a hot shower or
Hello.
a bubble bath, and then your magical hands giving them that magical soy candle.
That's
It,
right.
it it goes by itself.
Come on now.
But Bow Wow, brother, you are taking it to the next level. You never cease to amaze me, man. And you're venturing on as a host of this show. Tell me about this show that BET is about to present. That's going to have everyone scratching their heads.
Yeah, they definitely will be scratching their heads on this one. I mean, the show is called After Happily Ever After, and it's a show. With love comes toxic. That's a word that we've kind of grown familiar with. You know, to understand that toxic things have been occurring in relationships for quite some time, but putting it on TV on display, I mean, this is something totally different. We're talking about putting former couples, some divorced,
Mm.
some have kids and were once families, and now we're putting them in this house for 30 days, and they're on the quest of finding their new love. But the thing is, they can't pick. Their exes will be actually picking um, for them, which makes this whole dating experience a little different. So you'll see me weekly throw these dope fly single parties where we're gonna have tons of candles. So you don't got to worry about that. The candles will be all over the place, and it's a group of 40 to 50 people, and they have to go out there and mingle with the exes, and hopefully they get a chance to move into the house for 48 hours to make their best impression.
Yo, Bow Wow, I don't know how this is going to turn out, brother. I do know this. You got three people on there that I'm very cool with:
Okay.
Peter Guns,
Correct.
Tara, and Amita.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say. And I
Yes.
can't wait to see how that turns out. Uh, this has got me on the edge. So let me ask you something, because you're a man of wisdom when it comes to romance and dealing
Yes,
with
sir.
relationships. Do you think a relationship can be rekindled once it's been tarnished?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow.
I have friends that have broken up with their significant others and got right back together, and even came back a little stronger. Sometimes when you take a break, you get a chance to evaluate yourself and know yourself even more. You come back a better person the second go round. I know I've given second chances before. I've been given second chances, and usually, it's not all peaches and cream. Because during the
Right.
separation, you guys might have changed a little bit, grew a little bit. You come back together, things are not the same like it once was. But the second time is when you get that clarification and know, listen, is this for real, or should we have just been separated or just be friends? So I always believe in second chances.
But well, I think ladies are a lot more resilient than we are as men. Have you ever been in love? Love?
Yes, I have. I would say 3 times. Three
Okay.
times.
All right. All right. Yeah, but that's a fair number. Now, the first time you were in love,
Yes.
has your heart ever been broken? Oh, you're
Yes.
taking too. Oh, okay.
The first time, my first go round, absolutely.
Okay.
And it wasn't that this woman did anything to me. It was the fact that your first love, it's your first time dealing with something. Your first
Yeah.
time is always special, no matter what it is in life. Um, and giving somebody my all and giving somebody a piece of me for the first time, and when we separated, I actually felt like she took half of me with her. But it was a situation where I was young, I was growing into my manhood and becoming who I was, and never had that chance to experience the club life and seeing different women. I only knew that woman, so I kind of got tangled up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and it just hurt, being that, well, at that time it hurt, because I thought this was going to ride out with. So
Hey, brother, you're preaching to the choir because I've been down that road too, brother. And when
yeah,
when we as men, we fall in love, and
we
should something
fall.
go wrong, we fall.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think women understand that we fall hard.
yeah, and I think women don't understand that. We have emotions and feelings too.
Yes, sir.
We build up this thing where we can't cry, we can't be
Right.
soft at times because we are the man, we're the alpha. But the ladies got to understand we got feelings too. Our heart pumps the same way that theirs does, and it hurts the same way. So it goes both ways.
After happily ever after. Did you hear what I said? After happily ever after. It's the new BET show, and Bow Wow, who's with us tonight, is the new host of the show.
Yes.
And how many couples are we talking about here?
Man, we're talking about 7 couples. 7 couples.
7 couples.
Seven
Some
couples.
of them have been together in regular relationships, and some have been married.
Correct. Have children, some don't. Yeah.
Okay, now help me understand the show just a little bit more. Now, you said you're having singles parties, so your ex can pick someone else for you to be with?
There you go.
Man, you're just trying to start a fight on TV. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's definitely going to be some drama involved. Anytime you mix love with exes and new energy that's coming into the house, you're definitely going to get that toxic vibe. The energy can definitely get to that point. But yeah, man, I'm throwing these dope single parties weekly, and with beautiful women, and of course we have the men out there representing as well, and they get a chance to go out there and mingle and pick who they feel is right for their ex. And if this is the right pick, they get a chance to move in and they get 48 hours to make their best impression. So they got to come
Bow Wow. I don't know too many men. I'm just thinking about my circle that would actually bring an ex in and say, I think you'll be right with that, brother.
Oh yeah, I mean, and look, I mean, it starts off, with tonight's episode. It doesn't really hit the cast right away. It's around that week 4, week 5 mark when you start trying to be like, what, this is uncomfortable. Bow, this is weird for me. And then you have the lady saying, well, it was weird when I had to witness you cheat on me too. So the women are fighting back. The men are, and you will see the men be vulnerable too. You know what I mean? And I think that's a nice glow to the show as well, is the vulnerability between both the women and the men, but specifically the men.
Brother, I'm glad you used that word vulnerability, because in my personal philosophy is that I don't think a relationship can grow unless 2 people are vulnerable together.
Right.
Often, in a lot of times, you find one person is vulnerable and the other person is kind of laid back, and it doesn't work too well. But if two people are willing to put their hearts on the table with nothing at all,
right, lay it all.
That's right, all or nothing, like a gamble.
Yep, it is.
I agree. Look, man, you're a wise man of wisdom. So the question I want to throw at you tonight is, what 2 things can men and women want that they don't get in a relationship? What 2 things do they lack that they don't get? What do 2 things that women want but they don't get? What 2 things do men want but they don't get all the time in relationships?
I think the one thing that the women would love is honesty, truthfulness. I think as men, we tend to not be ourselves all the way completely. That's something that I had to learn too. A lot of my relationships wasn't working because I wasn't upfront and I wasn't honest in the beginning. So I think women can respect honesty and also with time. And I think on the men's side, with women, I mean, it's really it's hard to say. Just being there. I think with men, we don't mind being, I don't want to say baby, but we want a woman to be there. We want that support. You know what I mean? That support system. I think sometimes it's hard to get that. And just a woman that can just be our rock, you know what I mean, and just understand us and just be that glue. But I know for a fact when it comes to the women and what they would want from us, that they probably really don't get a lot of out of a relationship with us men, is just to be honest. I think that's the biggest thing. Trust is the biggest thing when it comes to a relationship. I believe that's the foundation, as well as friendship. I think those 2 things go underneath the surface. You can't build a healthy structure without those 2 things. So that's what I think.
Brother, this brother is the new host of the new BET show called After Happily ever after. It's going to be every Wednesday night. Your whole attire is different from that millennial tour. Like, you know, you're very relaxed tonight, which is understandable.
I'm spicing up on the show. I got to, you know, get in my grown man and
no doubt.
Side. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely the attire is right. I'm dressing for the occasion, and I can't wait to entertain America, man. It's gonna be a wonderful thing, man. I can't wait.
Well, before I let you go, you are entertaining America because you're on the road on the millennial tour. Are you creatively behind that? Like, were you responsible in putting this all together?
Well, for this one, yes. For this one, a lot of input. You know, last year when we did it, I actually co-headlined with Amarion, who kind of built this whole thing back up and put the keys into the ignition and got the car rolling. And for me, I'm just jumping in the driver's seat now and just steering the wheel. So yeah, with this one, of course, just trying my best to pick you know, the right artists to make history with. You know, the millennium era was still in it. It was a big moment in time for music. And it's all about just captivating those moments and bringing that nostalgia back to the people. So far, so good. We've been rocking and rolling, and we just getting started.
I know that's right, brother. Well, look, continued success, man, with everything that you do, everything that you touch. May God continue to bless you, man, and grow you in many, many ways. I know you're in a new era. You're on a whole new different level, and you're doing bigger and baller things at this stage of the game. So I just wish you continued success, man, because I need to see you back in the movies. And someone told me that you have a movie coming out.
Yeah. There will be a new movie coming out, I believe, in December, if not December, top of next year. So you guys will hear a lot about that one. I'm excited about that, as well as some more TV magic with BT on the way in the future. We have another show that we're cooking up together. So I can't wait, man. It's gonna be interesting.
All right, brother. So this won't be your last time visiting us in the Quiet Storm, I hope.
Come on, man. I'm gonna bring some candles the next time. I got you.
My man. Bow Wow, ladies and gentlemen, inside of the most sexiest place in the city. Turn it up.